Hi YouTube, this is Care Bear. I'm making this video on February 3rd, 2013. I'm coming up on 3 years post-op of RNY Gastric Bypass surgery. And I just wanted to do an update. I think the last time I was on was about 4 months ago, and I was talking about goals that I was setting for myself weight-wise, and I shared with you an exercise plan that I was working with. It was like a circuit kind of style of exercise. So I've just wanted to kind of review what I went over the last time, kind of give you an update with that, and just share some things that I've been experiencing lately. The circuit that I was doing, I actually had the chart, and I was actually doing that for probably about 3 weeks, pretty consistently, and I was noticing a lot of knee pain over time from the jumping jacks and the squats and the lunges, and it prevented me from being able to do it as consistently as I wanted to. And even with the 3 weeks that I was doing the exercises, I was not seeing on the scale the progress that I was hoping for. Still not getting below 150. The day before Thanksgiving, I believe it was, I was at 150.1 maybe, I think it was, and that was the lowest that I was able to get. So I've kind of had to change it up and kind of rotate. I know I had talked about the fact that I had a kettlebell that I used for like 2 weeks and then kind of put it off. I've started to rotate things back into a program so that it's not just the same thing, so that there's a little bit of a variety. So I've been doing kettlebell a couple of days a week, and I was given a new to me exercise bike, a stationary bicycle that was like a $1,500 bike that was in like practically new condition. It's really nice. And so I was trading the elliptical for this workout because I wasn't really seeing a whole lot with the elliptical, and even though I think that the elliptical, they have those little screens on them that say like, okay, well you've been doing this length of time, and like on the bike it shows how far mileage wise I can go and stuff, and so and they both showed like a calorie count of about how many calories I was burning. And with the elliptical it was like usually close to 1,000, and with the bike it's only like 380 for an hour on the elliptical and 90 minutes on the bike. So it clearly doesn't seem like the calorie burning is even close to being the same, but I am finding that I'm doing the bicycle more often because it's quiet, and so I can do it while I'm watching television, and it's much more likely to do it so I'm not interrupting people with the noise. So that seems to be helping. There were a couple of weeks last month that I really took it easy. We had flu in the house, and I was not feeling motivated, and I really saw just this stick in, I was just stuck weight wise. I wasn't fluctuating at all, and it was very frustrating. So with the exception, I think it was like 2 weeks, and I think I worked out maybe 3 times, but it was very like just walking my daughter to and from school, which was not an excessive exercise. So with the new February coming, I decided that I was going to recharge myself and get motivated again, and so I've been doing the bike for 90 minutes a day, and I'm noticing the loss on the scale. Right now I'm at 152.6, I believe I was this morning, so I'm still like a pound above where I was last time we checked in. I didn't reach my 148. I haven't, like I said, been able to break that 150 barrier again. And so, there's a part of me that's like so frustrated, like, why is it so difficult? Why is 3 pounds? How is that not just so easy? I don't understand why it's so difficult. But I had 2 conversations lately with 2 people in my life who I love dearly, and they both kind of gave me a different perspective. And one of them was somebody who just who said, if before you had the surgery they said to you, we can get you down to 150, would you be happy with that? I would have been like, absolutely, I would be thrilled. So I need to remind myself that in comparison to where I was, I'm so happy. And that doesn't mean that I can't have goals to change, to continue to lose and to maintain, health and to be more active and that kind of stuff. So I just need to remind myself that I'm not, I'm not in a bad place. The other thing was another person who I had a conversation with, and this person I tend to think is one of the more, I don't want to say critical people, but in my journey, but they've been they've been supportive, and then they have been like, pointing out, that they were one of the people that had said, you're losing too much weight, and when I was down at my lowest and stuff, and you just need to stop losing weight, and I always kind of felt like they were waiting for me to fail. They were just waiting and waiting. And we actually had a conversation the other day, and she told me that she knows quite a few people who've had gastric bypass surgery, and she said of all of the people that have had it, they've all gained their weight back. And she says, and cannot tell you how proud I am of you, that you have maintained your loss and that you have continued to be healthy, and that it really has been a tool that you've taken seriously and have used for, the long run benefit. And, I'm really proud of you. So it was really neat to hear that from her. It is a reminder that, like, it's very true. Like, I have to remind myself that there are a lot of people who don't do well, even having been given this opportunity. And I think that my age has something to do with it. I think that people often wait until they're much older to have the surgery, and then by that time it's just naturally more difficult to lose weight and maintain the loss. I'm able to work out. I have the desire to physically be more active, which I think later in life, if that hasn't been a habit in your life, it's harder to make that a habit once you're older. So, it's kind of interesting, just some of the perspectives that I was able to gain, this last few months. And that was one of them, was that I have to remember that, even though I'm not where I would like to be, I am where I am, and I'm proud to be where I am and to have maintained, what I have. And, it's like, something I was going to say about that, like, I continue to make goals for myself. I continue to, strive for certain things, and, and that is, I think it's very helpful. One of the main things I think that have helped me to be successful was being very open about my surgery from the very beginning. And having told everybody, I was very, very open about it, before I was going in for the surgery, and then afterwards. And if people who I hadn't seen noticed that I had, lost a lot of weight, I was very open to, how the weight loss came about, because I felt like that would hold me accountable. And I'm sure I've mentioned that before in other videos, but it really has held me accountable. I feel like if I don't succeed in this, people will know what kind of a failure that is, or it will feel that even though some people may have said I took the easy way out, if I don't maintain it, then what was the point? So I just, that's helped me in the long run. And knowing that, even though the person who told me that they were really proud of me because I've been maintaining my weight loss, it reminded me that they are watching, that they are not necessarily waiting for me to fail, and not that they're critical in a bad way, but like, I think that, you may have it, that, that people are, they haven't forgotten that I have had this.
Video, please.
Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. Hi.
This is Eli. What are you having?
Drink cheese.
Drink cheese. All right.
No.
Can you kiss?
Okay.
What in the world was that?
Sorry, Mommy. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you did mean to do that. Well, why don't you kiss me like you should?
Mwah.
Thank you. That kid cracks me up. So anyway, So I want to talk about really quickly I say really quickly, it never happens that way, does it? Okay, so my goals for January were that I wanted to climb a mountain, a local mountain here that is used by a lot of people for hiking and for a trail run. It's called Cowles Mountain, and it's a mile and a half up and obviously a mile and a half down the way that there are multiple trails up the mountain, but I really wanted to be able to do that. I didn't know going in whether or not I was even going to be able to go the entire, hike. And I made it up in 34 minutes the very first time I tried. And then the second time I went with somebody, so we were much slower because it was much easier on a solo journey to, just focus, and talking when you're hiking is, takes a lot out of you. And so I didn't have to do that the first time. And then the second time when I went with my husband, he and I went together, and we took, kind of our time to just going up and enjoying the views and that kind of stuff. And then the next week I did it again. So for the third time, and I beat my time by a minute. So I went up and it was 33.3 on my hike up. So that was exciting for me to have set a goal, and then have not only been able to succeed in, being able to check that off my list of goals, but then I was able to even improve rather quickly. So that was nice. I was able to do that. And I'm actually training, I don't know if I told you this, or, one of my goals for continuing to work out and stuff is that I'm actually doing a 5K in May. And I'm very excited. It's actually called the Ridiculous Obstacle Course, or the ROC 5K. And so I'm doing that with a friend of mine, and I'm really excited to be able to do that. And, it'll be the first time I've done something like that running. I used to compete in cycling and velodrome and road racing and stuff like that. So, but that was when I was in junior high and high school. So I haven't done any sort of competition or, group stuff like that for many, many years. So that's going to be a lot of fun to do that as well. So February, I also wanted to say, I know this is just a little notice, that when I was doing the circuit training from the Cardiff stuff, I wanted you to know that I was able to, I increased in every area along the way, but one of the things that I was really excited about was that my wall sit increased to 2 minutes. I was able to do a 2, and it may have gone up to 2.5, but I know for sure it was 2 minutes. So even over a 3-week period, I was really able to see that increase substantial, from barely making it 30 seconds to then finishing strong at 2 minutes. Was great. So it was fun to be able to see that. I also wanted to say that in my last video I talked about hating to do sit-ups and not really knowing why, but in comparing the wall sit and sit-ups, I realized why it was that I hated doing sit-ups so much. And that was because when I'm doing a wall sit and I have my back against the wall and my knees are at a 90-degree angle, I can see the strength in my legs. I can see the power in the muscle, and I can see the muscles working when I'm doing my sit-ups, because my abs are an area that I really want to work, and they are more soft. That when I'm doing the sit-ups, all I am seeing is the flaw, the physical flaw, rather than the strength that that was growing in, the process. So that was a realization that I had over around that time. I don't really know if there's much more that I wanted to talk about. I think that this month is my month. I'm going to be really trying hard to do the, to break the 150s. And I don't know whether or not I really need to go down to 135. It's been such a struggle just to lose 3 pounds that I think without doing some sort of like drastic food change, like going gluten-free or paleo diet kind of thing, which I'm not, at this point, I'm not interested in doing, that I think it would be really, really, really difficult to get to 135 again. And so I would be happy at 145. That would be fine for me. I'd be happy with that. But at this point, I just want to break out of the 150s. And, so I've been doing a lot better with my water. I'm not drinking as much water as I would like to be, but I am really doing a really great job at setting the 30-minute goal on each side. and it's, you know, it's just been something that I had to decide to do, and it's kind of been the way it's going. Anyway, I wanted to do kind of a full body shot, as much as I can anyway, with the way that I'm set up here with my laptop, but just so you guys can kind of see like where I am. I don't want to be just, you know, hiding behind just the camera with my face. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of where I am at almost 3 years post-op. So okay, so this is my abdomen area. And I don't know if I can stand on a chair. That will help you guys see legs. But here I am. I have more of a butt now, which I'm not sure I'm happy with. But so that is where I am, where I quite literally stand. 2 half body shots. So you don't get quite a full body shot. You get 2 half body shots. Anyway, okay guys, if you have any questions, please, again, don't hesitate to ask, and I will probably see you hopefully at my 3-year. I will try and make a video on my 3-year anniversary. So, all right, we'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.